Hey everybody, it's Mr. Maley here. Today we're talking about plans for after high school graduation, and I'm talking a little about college. Now is the time to start figuring out where you want to go and start applying. It can be kind of a tough process, so here's some good questions to ask yourself to start narrowing things down. First, what do you want to study, or what kind of job do you want to have after you graduate? And second, what kind of degree do you need to get that job? A 2-year degree would be an associate's degree at what was usually called a community college or a technical college. You would learn the specific hands-on skills needed to do a particular job. A bachelor's degree is what you would earn at a 4-year college or university. Generally, you start with some general education requirements, English, math, science, social studies, kind of like high school, and then you'd narrow your focus into a major and sometimes even a track within that major. So say you know what you want to do and you start looking for schools. The next question is, what are the admissions requirements? They can be found pretty easily on most colleges' admissions websites these days. If you can't find them there, contact the admissions office and they're happy to help you out with that information. Generally, it's a minimum GPA, minimum test scores, transcripts, and sometimes letters of recommendation. This year, many schools are allowing students to apply test optional, meaning that you don't necessarily have to have an ACT or an SAT test score in order to be admitted. The schools that I've talked to so far have said that not having those test scores won't be held against you because of the current circumstances. If you do happen to need a letter of recommendation, we have a letter of recommendation questionnaire for you to fill out to give us some more personal information so we can write a better supporting letter for your application. You can get those from us and get letters from us, letters from your teachers, letters from other adults that you work with in the community. Those are all good sources of the letters of recommendation. Another big factor to consider is, where is the school you're looking at located? Is it close enough to home you can come home for the weekend? Is it far enough away from home that you don't have to worry about mom and dad dropping in on you? Is it in a small town? Is it in the suburbs? Is it in a big city? What kind of extracurriculars does that place have to offer? Can you do lots of outdoor activities, dining, shopping, travel, etc.? Another big factor is, what is the size of the school? Larger schools usually have more of those sorts of opportunities to offer, but you can end up feeling a little lost in the crowd. Smaller schools don't usually have as many opportunities, but sometimes it's nice to feel like a big fish in a little pond. So now let's talk dollars. How much does college actually cost? The sticker price is almost never the actual price that you pay. Between financial aid from the government in terms of scholarships, grants, and loans, to family connections through employment or military, there's a lot of money out there to help you pay for school. So the next thing is to do a campus visit. Knowing that everything is right on paper is only half the battle. You really got to feel what it's like to live there, because going to class is only going to be part of your time. I would say the best bet is to make an official appointment through the admissions office, and oftentimes you'll get an application fee waiver. WVU's is $50, so a couple of those and they start to pile up pretty quickly. If you schedule an appointment through the admissions office, you can bring back proof to UHS that you were there on a college visit, and that absence will be exempted. You get 2 of those exempted absences in your senior year. You can definitely start applying right now. A lot of schools have their applications available on their websites already, and I strongly recommend applying to at least 2 different schools just in case your primary plans change and you need to do something different. You can do individual applications for each school, or you can do something called the Common App. Go to commonapp.org to learn more about it. It's one application that gets sent to several different schools. It makes it a lot easier if you're applying to a lot of places. One other excellent tool to help you through this process is CFWV.com. That's the College Foundation of West Virginia. There are a lot of really good career and college planning tools on their website. You do have to make an account, but it's free to do so. It's run by the Higher Education Policy Commission here in West Virginia. Their goal is to help you go on to the next step in your education. So they're not trying to sell your information or scam you out of your information or anything like that. It's an excellent website with good resources. And actually, that is going to be your homework for me today, is to get on there this evening, spend 15-20 minutes looking around and find one thing that you think might be helpful, or learn one thing that you didn't know before. I know this is a stressful process. Just take it one step at a time and let us know when you have any questions or concerns. We're always here to help. I can't wait to see you in my office.